well. In prep for badminton, a lot of wooing going on. Been doing a lot of dressage. So funny, she pricks her ears coming to everything. Fractured most of my ribs and punctured both my lungs. They have a big walk, they're fast. Silly little man. Oh, these scary new jumps. Very athletic, but he has his own way of doing it. Oh, clever boy.
Hi, I'm Susie Berry and this is my badminton bound clever trick, or ignore my Northern Irish accent, she's called Owl at home. We're just going to go and jump some fences in the school, so I'm just going to attack her. Owl is owned by Sue Wilkinson and Anne Marling. We bought her, I think, 4 years ago, possibly. She'd already done 4 stars with Alex in Ireland, so it was quite a different experience to have one that was sort of up and at that level, to then sort of get to know her and try and figure out her little quirks. But we've been done pretty cool things together. She's done the Europeans. We went to Kentucky last year, so I'm really excited to go to badminton with her and hopefully pull a bit of a result out of the bag. She's quite a professional at a 3-day, I'd say. She's sort of at home would keep you guessing a little bit. She's a real 3-day horse. I come out on a Sunday and she wouldn't necessarily find the jumping easy, but she is amazing at a 3-day, and touch wood is a really good jumper on a Sunday, which is a nice feeling. On the run up to badminton, I try and keep everything as similar to normal as possible. She'll still go to the gallop sort of every 3 days. But other than that, we try and do everything the same, keep it all as normal as possible. I have a lot of help with Ruth Edge with the dressage, and it's something that neither of us probably find necessarily that easy. But I think it's come on loads, and I really hope we can show everyone that at badminton. She's quite hot on the flat, but I've really found with Ruth's help that she's got a lot more consistent and more relaxed in the arena. Been doing a lot of dressage. Her Owl is probably going to be quite excited to be doing cross-country jumps today. She finds the cross-country the easiest, but like I say, at a 3-day she just does come into her own, and she, touch wood, sort of brings it out of the bag on the flat and in the jumping, and tries to be as competitive as possible, which is pretty cool. I think that's what stands her against some of my other horses. She's a real competitor at a 3-day, which, yeah, I've learned to trust. Which before, at the start of our sort of partnership, it was quite hard to ride her at home, and she sort of doesn't show all of her talent, maybe. And then when I get to a 3-day, she really pulls it out the bag. We're about to go and do some cross-country jumps, so I'm just going to put my Motion 3 on and my MotionAir on the top. I really like the combination. It's really lightweight. Got it probably a year ago when they first came out, but I really like them. Really cool. She's quite tricky in her dressage with her walk. So even though I'm cross-countrying today, I really consciously think about doing lots of picking up the reins, putting the reins down in the walk, so that she doesn't anticipate every time I pick the reins up that means canter. She's quite tricky for the dressage not to break into trot in her walk, and if I'm on it every day, we sort of get out of the habit. And I try and just keep everything the same, whether I'm at home, training, warming up for the cross country at badminton. Try and keep everything as much the same as possible, so you can kind of think that they're as relaxed and they're not thinking it's a big scary day jumping around badminton. It's just the same as every other day. She's quite professional about being at the big shows now. She's done lots of scary ones, so she's quite cool that she's kind of the same at home as she is at a show. She's quite a hot person, and she's kind of like that at home as much as she is in the main arena at badminton, touch wood. So I really, especially on her, I really try and think about all the basic stuff
at home to just try and sort of get her back to thinking about what I'm asking her to do, so that whenever we're in the main arena at badminton, I can kind of give her the same signals and she thinks, oh yeah, that's normal, that's what she asked me to do at home. She wouldn't be as brave maybe as some of my other horses naturally, and I think she's really one that she has to trust the process, and if you keep everything as sort of much the same as possible, she sort of then stays on side. Found when I first picked up the ride on her, when we first bought her, I found that the harder I rode her, if I thought, oh, she's going to back off the water, the more she would. And as long as you kind of ride everything the same, she just trusts me now that we've got a bit of a partnership now, that I'm not going to ask her to do anything too crazy. And she'll try really hard for me, hopefully. The end of 2023, I actually had a really bad fall at Blair. In the 3-star, I had a horse that had a rotational and landed on top of me. And it was before the Motion 3 came out, but I had my old Racesafe on, and it definitely saved my life, probably. I still fractured most of my ribs and punctured both my lungs and all of the rest of it, but more now than ever, I'd be very conscious of making sure I have got the best sort of protection I can possibly have on. I'm just going to warm up over this little small upright, just keep it as much level as possible. Should probably spook with these little pillars underneath. Go. Do it a couple of times each way. Just get her muscles all warmed up. Get my eye in. Go. Try and go a little bit forward, a little bit collected each time, just to make sure I've got all the buttons. Gracie, that can go up a few if that's all right. Go. I'll just come to that again. Probably just keep everything as similar as I can, just see if she's thinking about it. So I do that again, keep going. Good girl. Oh, good girl. Oh, ow. Go. Go. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. I'll string some of them together for you. When you come to this skinny one, like you barely fit through it, where they're so trained to jump them now that they jump them on a loose rein. It's quite amazing how quickly they pick it up. I have a bit of a course, so I'll jump round, will I? You're not in the way. No, you're all fine. She might be a bit feisty. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh, oh. Whoa. Whoa. A lot of whoaing going on. Whoa. Girl. She's so funny. She pricks her ears coming to everything. And then through the middle I can just see her ears going, listening to what I'm saying. Good girl. She makes it feel quite easy, whereas with the young ones, it's not like that. Good girl. Well done, princess. Just give her a little trot off to finish. That's good. Good girl. Oh. A lot of whoaing. She's quite excited to do something different. Probably don't notice it myself doing it as much, but now I'm mic'd up, I'm really aware of doing a lot of whoaing. She's a bit different to maybe some of my other old ones. I wouldn't really jump her very big at home. It's all sort of trying to keep her brain on side, because I know at a show she gives me 110% and I don't want to use that all the time. Some of the other ones, or some of the geldings, I would sort of put it up a bit and sort of make sure that they're on it, whereas I know when she goes to show that she'll give me everything. So I wouldn't really necessarily jump any bigger than this normally. Or if we did a grid, she'd sort of do it once or twice. If she did it well, I'd leave her. Purely just keeping her confident and keeping her on side has worked for us in the past. Or like even her in prep for Badminton, she's not actually doing a 4-star this spring. She's going to go to Burnham Market to do the dressage and the jumping and the advance. And then her last run will just be the 3-star at Kelsall. When she's gone to big events before, I've sort of done the same thing. And I think with her especially, it's all about keeping her confident and keeping her thinking that it's all within her capabilities. I think if I do 4 stars in the spring, it doesn't necessarily benefit her. I think it sort of makes her think like that's quite hard work. And maybe I'm using up a bit of the petrol. Instead, I sort of keep it all for Badminton and trust that she knows her job. As long as I've done enough prep myself and with other horses, I think then it works for us, not doing loads. Princess, you go. I'm just going to put everything very small, and we're going to do a 5-year-old polka. He's called Purple Rain. He's one that Max and I bought as a 4-year-old. He's 5 now, and we have thought a lot of him, and Ron Pearson, who owns the yard, has bought him for me to keep the ride on, which is really exciting. But I think it could be a bit more interesting. Might be a bit more rogue than Owl has been. She's very professional about it. But yeah, gonna put them all very small, very baby, and see how we get on. He does a lot of sleeping, our poker. He's out at night and he comes in and sleeps 90% of the day. I have to get him out of bed normally. This is a result that he's not in bed. I haven't had him here for very long. Max and I bought him probably a year ago, but he's been at Max's and then been in the field having growing time. And then he went to Burley. I think was he 3rd at Burley? got the best gallop mark, our Poker. He really reaches in his gallop. You'll see even in his walk, he overtracks by like a foot. Usually that's a good indicator of whether they gallop or not. My mum actually breeds National Hunt racehorses as well. And she sells them as foals, and that is the most important bit, is if they have a big walk. If they have a big walk, they're fast. So hopefully Poker's the same. Oh, he's looking thrilled. He looks like he's going to be fast. Well, I was really into the racing when I was at home. It's just it moves quite quickly, but I've just recently, Max and I have bought 2 thoroughbred mares. One's actually in France at the minute. She's due to foal any day. She's in foal to walk in the park, which is really exciting. She's in France to foal, and then she's going to Sir Gino, well, it's Gino, to be covered, which, yeah, it's quite nice to have a bit of something else. Hey, you're filthy. Let me grab a brush. Good boy. No escaping. And the baby's so funny. Look at him. I stay here. I stay here. What's she doing? He's still got half the field on him, but he's such a baby. You stupid boy. You silly little man. Very cute person. Yeah, he says this looks fancy. I don't usually get fancy stuff. Come on in, sweetheart. Grab your little hoof oil, put some nail polish on. Safety first. I've got my body protector and my hat on though, so. I was so tired. I hope you're tired to do jumping, because you were not that tired the other day. I'm not saying anything too soon, but he is very cool. Yeah? There's a lot of kisses and cuddles happen. Aren't you? Poor boy. He's just changed to being out at night, and he thinks it's the most exhausting experience. Oh, Florrie. Honey. Look at all these scary new jumps, little man. Boy. Not really any different than Owl, in that I just try and keep everything pretty basic, whether they're 5-year-olds or old ones. Boy. I find sometimes he's quite hard to keep his attention. He likes looking at the ponies in the field or everything else. It's always like trying to get his attention back to me a little bit. Gonna canter in a minute. Do you remember how to do that? Yes, good boy. So he hasn't done an event yet. He's psyching up to do his first little unaffiliated at the end of the week. So I probably will take him for a little reminder cross-country school before we get there. Right, to do cantering again. Come on. Canter, canter, good boy. Hey, good lad. He feels like he's only got half his eyes open. You tired? Boy. Give him a little jump in a second. He probably will do some Larry jumps to start with, but he kind of does that every time, and then he's really cool. He's very athletic, but he has his own way of doing it, which I'm all for encouraging. Providing they want to keep the jumps up and do their job, I don't mind what way they do it. Good boy. You need to have him mic'd, he does a lot of grunting. Oh, oh, good boy. Good lad. Good boy. Oh. Good lad. Boy. Oh, he's so cute. Good boy. Ooh. Try the bounces. Looking at me in the lunge pen. Good boy. I know the camera's here. Boy. I don't know if we maybe just need to have some little wings on the skinny to start with. Good boy. We just had some 2 poles maybe on that skinny. Yeah, just steal them from there maybe. See if you're getting any more, Chrissy. And then maybe 1 on the angled brush, but to be honest, I think we'll probably be all right with that one. Good boy. Good lad. Good boy. Good boy. Boy. Good boy. Good lad. Good boy. Good boy. You have to go through those flags. Good boy. Good boy. It's amazing that how green they are to start with, and then they all learn to just lock onto them. Look where you're going. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good lad. Good boy. Boy. Try cantering. Good boy, good boy. Good lad, clever boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good lad. Good boy. Just keeping everything as slow as I can. I'm quite deep to everything, but gives him a chance to really look at what he's doing. As long as he stays on the line, I don't mind if we're a little bit deep, a little bit far off, just trying to keep him straight. And the best chance of being straight is if he's just nice and down both reins and looking what he's doing. Good boy. Clever boy. Good boy. Maybe just do this one as well, just do something different. Put the wing on there. Yeah. You're very green, aren't you, little man? Good boy. He says, that's got it now. Oh, clever boy. Good lad. Good boy. Good boy. Lad. Good boy. Well done. Good boy. Good. Well done, little man.
Sweaty face.
Yes, brain power.
You tried hard.
Really proud of him there. He was thinking about what he was doing. It's the first time he's seen any of those little brushes, so it's amazing how quickly they learn what to do. It's quite a nice thing to have at home to train little and often, to make sure they hold the line and understand that they go through the flags every time. Good boy. And then next time I come in, I'll probably just do the same as we did to start, and then hopefully you'd move on to having without the little wings on. Little guide rails, take them away and jump them on their own, but really good. Good boy. Thanks for joining us today on our little training sesh. 5-star ponies and 5-year-olds. Very different, but exciting nonetheless. And big shout out to Racesafe for supporting me and keeping me super safe. Thank you. So many kisses on a snotty nose.